but we do have a creative spirit, a creative kindred heart to make stuff, and that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to create projects. First, I was creating projects just to eat because I needed. In LA, it's tough.
Starving artists.
It's a jungle out there. And when you have a moral compass and integrity and the stuff that you won't do, it's not easy to continue to work. But I, stuck to my guns, and I decided. So this project right here, the one with Morgan Freeman. So Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I love Morgan Freeman.
Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
He's the talent in that man.
Morgan Freeman is amazing.
He's, yeah.
I got a call from Make-A-Wish Foundation, and they asked if I could create a video for 2 terminally ill kids. And I said, instead of creating a video, why don't I make a movie? They were like, well, that would be great. So I wrote the script with at the time, my producing partner, Stephanie Japro, and we wrote this movie. And I was like, let's make this exciting. So when I produce movies, part of the reason people would bring me on is because I have access to some talent. So I called up some talent that I knew. I said, hey, I'm doing this movie. It's free, but it's for a great cause. So I just finished directing David Koechner in Wedding Day. He came on. Judith Hoag came on. Catherine Joosten, God rest her soul. Ed Begley Jr. came on, and we shot the film. Kodak, they donated 35 millimeter film. We shot it on 35, which is
oh wow, that's cool,
unheard of.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The crew, the set, everything was donated. It was really cool. Bobby J. Thompson came on time. 2 more kids from Make-A-Wish were added to the project. It became this huge thing. We finished the movie. It's locked. We're about to export. I get a phone call. Hello, Mr. Gordon. I have Mr. Freeman for you. What? I'm like, what?
You're like, excuse me. Yeah, right.
Yes. And it was actually his one of his reps, and said, so he'd like to do your movie. But here's the deal. He has 30 minutes next week. You'd have to come to our studio and set up here and figure out how to work him in based on the time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And
no problem. You're like, oh boy, right?
30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I hang up and I'm like, don't export. And I told my editor, that was Morgan Freeman's company. He's going to do the movie. And I was like, okay. Immediately, I called the crew. And by the way, the crew had also just finished one of another movie on here. So they were all on vacation. So I called and said, guys, come back. We have this project. I need 1 day with you to get Morgan. I made him the narrator because Morgan narrating.
That's right.
We shot in a corner of his studio for 30 minutes, and the thing just elevated. It was amazing. ArcLight through Premiere for all the kids and all of us. Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, they covered it. The kids got the whole 9 yards of feeling like they're a part of something great. Yeah. One of the kids is now he did film at UCLA, so he made it through. And wow, 3 of them actually made it through, and it was a huge success. And so I endeavor to do film and projects that can make some sort of difference, have some sort of a message, and not always have to do films that just pay the bills.
I was going to say, it's so rewarding. I could see it in your eyes how rewarding that was as you were going through that story. Like,
it was amazing,
as opposed to it's a paycheck or whatever. That one you could see, and
that was different.
Yeah,
that one was different.
So that's a great point, because like you said, paying the bills versus how do you balance and then help everybody who's watching us if that's the one person, right? No, I'm just hopefully get more than one person. Hi, exactly. Exactly.
Hi,
whoever I have to pay to watch me, but they'll watch. But the reason I say that is what advice do we give to the younger generation? Like you said, they're on the grind. They got to make money. We know how hard it is, but there's also the passion projects and the balance. So I'd love your thoughts on, because you're in it today, and you like you said, you grew up in it.
Yeah.
So what's some advice?
So I think the first thing you have to do, it's funny, I was just talking with my producing partner on the way up, and I said, it's been 20 plus years, and the key number 1 is you can't give up. If you hang around the barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut, right? Except for me.
Hold
Or
on.
you.
Oh, wait, I was going to say. Okay, where else other than a barbershop?
Hanging around the bakery, you're going to get a croissant.
There you go.
So that's number one, you can't give up. But number two, I think you really have to know what type of content you want to make. And you have to have a standard that you're not willing to compromise. So I think when you have your own personal mission statement and you have your own level of integrity that you're not willing to compromise from a creation standpoint, that helps you know what direction you're facing. If you know what direction you're facing, then you know which way to go. Because you can face any direction and head the wrong way. But if you know which way you're going, then you can at least stay on track. So that's number one. Number two, the way that you make money, I feel it's very important. So I've always tried to make money in entertainment. When I first got to LA, I worked at Universal Studios. I played the Nutty Professor. I wore a fat suit. I did the Hercules, the fake thing. I did the whole
I just saw
thing.
it right there.
Every day out in the hot 115 degree, 110 give LA,
Gosh.
doing these live sets as Sherman Clump. It was, I made $20 an hour, and that's a lot back then.
Back then, yeah.
20, I mean, but right now, shoot, that's all the money.
Yeah. Hiring?
So I did that. Like I said, I did background work. I learned other skills. So everyone's like, oh, I want to be an actor. That's great. A lot of people want to be an actor. But I also had to learn how to direct. I'm in the DGA now for directing. And that didn't come because I was like, oh, I want to be a director. But I needed to have skills because a lot of times behind the camera can get you work and get you on set to meet people that can make your other dreams come true. I learned how to produce first because I needed to produce because no one would make it for me. I learned how to write. I'm actually getting an MFA in writing. Even though I've written and sold scripts, I'm still learning.
You guys all tune in and, hopefully get some value, give us some comments below. We'll put some of your links, and I want to say thank you so very much for educating everybody out there, and yay, everybody, round of applause. Woo! Thank you.